On this episode of Runnerz, we head to my hometown, Marietta, Georgia, to connect with Emmy-winning, Grammy-nominated composer Matt Head, devoted husband and father who's creating impact in his community. Lace up, let's go for a run.
So today I'm with Matt Head, Grammy nominated, Emmy Award winner, NAACP Image Award winner, Peabody Award winner. That's a lot of wins, bro.
Hey man, I'm just grateful to have the opportunity, bro.
That's what's up.
I don't really count too much, but hey, I'm happy to be able to work.
That's what's up.
And just show off God's talent.
There you go.
You know it.
Yeah, most importantly, Marietta's own.
Born and raised, Marietta, man.
That's what's up.
Born and raised, right here.
That's what's up. So we just got our mile out the way. How did it feel?
Tired. Man, we haven't done this. I haven't done this block in a minute. We used to run this for football.
For football all the time.
It's right here.
Yeah.
Brought out a whole bunch of memories, but we had to do it like twice.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we had to do it twice. And that was the warm up.
That was the warm up.
That was the warm up. That's what's up.
We just did it once, and I'm like, all right, I'm good for the day.
Hell yeah, facts on facts. So we got that mile out the way. How, what does running or working out do for you personally?
Oh man, for me, it's like a wake up call.
I got you.
It kind of keeps me on my toes, relieves my stress.
I got you.
Every day I get up and I go walk a good mile, 2-3 miles a day.
Okay.
And then me and my wife kind of get at it, and she's a personal trainer herself and gets me outside and moving and running. But it just kind of keep me on my toes, man, and not get lazy. I mean, I live in the studio all day long.
Yeah,
so
sitting down
a lot, you know, gets bad to metabolism, and you start eating bad and gaining weight. And
right.
So just kind of, it's my morning coffee, so to speak, you know?
There you go. Connects the dots. Life balance.
All the way.
That's what's up. Ran our mile, got it out the way. So working out, do you usually do that with your wife or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's our love language. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
She's always been into fitness forever. You know what I'm saying? She's, since high school, she's just been, strong and
ran track
and lifting weights.
Yeah.
And so when we started dating, our first dates was, running the mountain, working out, going to the gym.
Oh, that's dope.
Like our Saturday night dates would be going to the gym.
That's dope.
And then, she hasn't stopped. I stopped, with the whole music and making moves and stuff.
Gotcha.
But she kept going, and since COVID, she got me back in it, and she was kind of like, we got to get back together, get back working out. So it's kind of our way to connect.
That's what's up.
And we stay connected that way, and it's hard work, but at the end of it, we're like, yo, that was great.
Yeah,
man.
that was great. Once you get it out the way.
See you tomorrow.
That's what's up. And she still looked the same age.
Has not changed.
That's great.
You know what I'm saying? She's an alien.
Yeah. For real. Her and for real.
Yeah,
pulling from the same water.
Yes.
That's what's up. All right. So how does Matt Head power through a tough day?
Oh man. One, working out. Whenever I feel like I'm off, I go do something.
That's what's up.
Get up and the beautiful thing about my job, what I do every day, is I have a deadline I can meet.
Okay.
And I can space out and schedule my days.
There you go.
So, when I'm kind of going through some, emotional or even physical vibes, I'll call the wife and be like, hey, let's get together and go outside and do something, or I'll take a walk, take a run. One of those things. So it kind of helps me. And then sometimes too, man, I just shut down.
Yeah.
I'll just shut the computer off, shut the phone off.
Reset.
I mean, I'm very big on mentally resetting. If you ain't there mentally, there's no point of you doing it. You're not gonna be there physically.
Facts.
So I just kind of reset my mind, but actually getting up and running and working out and trying to stay fit and just set those kind of personal goals kind of keep me going sometimes.
So you talked about obviously music, working out, connecting the dots. So music wise, you're very accomplished music wise. Kudos to you. Big flowers to you.
Appreciate you.
How did, number one, were you in band in high school? Am I tripping? I don't think you was, right?
Nah.
That's why when I saw you popping up there, I was like, I don't think Matt Head was doing music like that.
Well, for a long time, I played piano. So
I got you.
A couple people knew that I made music. And not even Natasha knew I made music until we started dating.
Okay.
So music was a hobby. It was something that I did. Our old teammate Darian was the only one that kind of knew that I literally made tracks and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So, but I never saw anything happening from it. I thought it was just a cool thing to do.
Hobby.
Hobby.
Yeah.
And when I got to college, I practiced and still made the same, still made beats and everything. And
Right.
I went to Savannah State. And you know how black folks are. They're like, hey, come over here, come over there. And
Right.
next thing you know, my focus went there. So, but never was in band. I played sports, man. I was trying to, be a part of the team and just hang out with my fellas and
That's what's up.
have fun. And all of a sudden, the music opportunities started to come, and all of a, I'm here
Popped up.
20 years later.
That's what's up. You've worked on a lot of projects, right?
Yeah.
So Grammy nominated, Emmy award winner, NAACP, a whole nine. What's the project you're the most proud of?
Wow, it's a lot.
Okay.
It's a lot. But the one I'm most proud of is honestly, has to be P-Valley.
Okay, dope.
And the reason why is because P-Valley is one of the first projects that basically told me to be me.
Okay,
as
I
a
got you.
composer, sometimes you got to kind of adapt to the project.
Got it.
You got to kind of adapt to, what the story's telling. You got to, tell the story through music.
Okay.
P-Valley told our story. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's Southern hip hop, Southern tradition, Southern music, and just the organically way how I got the job and how I met the creator of the show and how I met the cast. It was so organic and so like genuine.
Got it.
It wasn't a agent phone call. It wasn't a we like you for this project. It was we're hanging out in the studio.
Okay.
Kicking it with each other, working on this project, and like, hey man, you should do all the music for the show. That's how
hard.
it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard.
Listening to 3 6 Mafia, listening to Outkast, and listening to T.I. and just vibing. And then I throw out an idea. The showrunner Katori Hall, she throw an idea, and then all of a sudden, one of the actors throw out the idea, and we just in here just vibing.
Dope.
And all of a sudden, it's like, man, you know what? You should have the whole show.
Yeah.
And that was fun. And so I'm very proud of it, just because it's unorthodox way of telling the story.
Facts.
And just the way we make music on that show is just crazy. So I'm just excited about upcoming seasons of it, and hopefully we get out this strike and we can keep it moving. But Greenleaf changed my life.
Okay.
Working on that changed my life for sure.
Oprah produced, right?
Oprah produced that one. And meeting her was, the ultimate, bucket list.
Yeah.
Being on the phone with her and
and
then actually meeting her in person and having her, critique and give me ideas on music was like, Oprah Winfrey. And
Hold on, I can't just let you go past that.
what's that?
This boy's talking about phone calls with Oprah like it's regular.
It's
Bruh.
man.
How did that feel?
I keep it. It's surreal,
I got you.
But the cool thing about it, though, once you get on the phone calls with, people like that, like Oprah, it's like they're regular people. You know what I'm saying? They're you. They come from humble beginnings. They come from backgrounds that you come from. And it's like, that's like my auntie.
Okay.
So I was like,
I got you.
It's like, but the nicest celebrity I ever met, the coolest person I ever met, it's 2 of them. One of them was Eve.
Ooh, Eve.
But,
Rough Riders Eve.
Yes.
Okay.
Cameron.
Dipset Cameron?
Dipset Cameron.
That's what's
the
up.
The most genuine, coolest celebrity I ever met.
That's dope.
We worked on a project called Queens together.
Okay.
And he was a guest star on the show, and he had to do a couple songs together.
Okay.
And I'm in the studio with him, and I'm thinking I'm about to, Cam, Killer Cam.
Yeah.
He walk in there like, what's up, man, how you doing?
Yeah. Regular.
Like, regular.
Regular.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Giving hugs,
Right.
like, thank you for the opportunity. Nice to meet you guys. And we talked for
that's
hours,
hard.
exchanged phone numbers. I'm like, I'm not calling you Cam.
This Cam with the pink mink.
Right. I'm like, what you talking about?
Right.
But really cool cat, man. But like, once you meet these people, man, and celebrities, you have some that are a little bit out there, but most of the time, man, they're regular people just like us.
Facts.
They come from the same backgrounds we come from. It's just, just got a little bit more money than we do.
Yeah. That don't make the difference though.
I'll make a little difference.
That's what's up. So obviously, long studio nights, you probably having to travel for some of these projects or whatever it may be. You got your wife at home holding it down. What does she mean to you as far as a support system?
Man, so she is it. Without her, there's no me. It's my mom, my dad, of course, and Itacha.
That's what's up. She's the anchor.
She is the anchor.
Yeah.
I mean, she kind of, she was one of the ones that, like when we started making music, she pushed me. She was the one that said, you got to keep going. I got you. She had the corporate job with the good credit and the health benefits while I'm in the studio trying to make it happen and
That's what's up.
staying up late, never got questioned, never got the bugaboo phone calls.
Yeah.
I mean, she was just on me and supported me, and even now. So, you know, I say it to her all the time: buy what you want, get what you want, do what you want. You know what I'm saying?
She was with you shooting in the gym.
You was rebounding the ball when I was shooting.
Yeah.
And now that we're here, whatever you want to do, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, she held it down because there was some times where we were looking around like, you know, is this going to happen?
I don't know if it's going to cut the corner, but it cut the corner.
But it cut the corner.
Yeah.
And so without her, man, she keep me stable. She keep me humble, of course. You know how she is. So she doesn't play no games with me. And that support is extremely important because, you know, you can kind of get lost in your own sauce a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I'm just very thankful and appreciative of her. So
that's what's up.
You know.
Did you and Natasha date in high school or no? It was after high school.
No, it was after high school.
Okay.
Man. We all kicked it like, you know, I'm class of 2000, she's 02.
She's me.
But you know, 2000, 01, 02, we all kind of hung out together.
It's the same squad.
Kicked it together. So no, we just hung out and, you know, we all knew each other. We all ran track together. And then, you know, after high school, I went to college. She went to college.
Okay.
And then through mutual friends and kind of, you know, running into each other outside, we started kicking it, linked back up.
That's what's up.
And it went from a normal just friendship, hanging out with each other every day to, you know,
flourishing
to something what it is now. And that's the thing that I truly appreciate about her, about our relationship, that we're friends.
Right.
Like, we know each other. You know, I know her ex-boyfriend, she know my ex-girlfriends. Like, we saw each other grow up.
Yeah,
so it's one of those things where we always can remind each other, like, no, that's not what we're supposed to be doing. And you know, it's a really cool, unique relationship.
And it says it's like marrying your high school sweetheart, even though y'all didn't date in high school, but it's still that feel, because, you know what I'm saying?
It's a cool feeling because, you know, just by even, you know, going through yearbooks, like our son is going to, you know, the middle school that we went to.
Right.
So just him walking the halls, and we could open up our yearbook from 7th to 8th grade and say, look, I was right there. So, you know, it's really cool to kind of share those memories with her. And when we going through some times and going through our emotions, we kind of can go back to what we used to know. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of helps us a lot, you know, move forward. But
so, how long y'all been married?
It'll be 17 years October.
Woo! 17-year marriage. You got
young and dumb and in love.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. You got a 11-year-old son, 7-year-old daughter.
Yep.
Beautiful, of course. But talk to me about the difference in raising your son and raising your daughter. Like, how do you parent them differently?
Oh, wow. Both of them are very unique kids.
Okay.
My son is an athletic. He is just like his mom.
There you go.
Very opinionated. Doesn't really hold back. Knows what he wants.
Got it.
So, you know, him and Natasha kind of share a lot of the same bonds and genes. And it's not I'm getting older. I'm learning how to speak to him a certain way.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Because there are certain things that I have to, you know, when I was growing up as boys, you got to be, you know, it's rah, rah, rah. You got to do what you got to do. You got to tell him how to do certain things. With Cooper, I have to kind of let him figure it out.
I got you.
And that was help with Natasha. She kind of said, hey, you can't talk to him any kind of way, you know, because you can't talk to me any kind of way.
Right.
So you got to let him figure things out, and we did. Clark is creative.
Okay. So she got your genes.
She got my genes, very creative spirit. And me, as a creative spirit, we kind of go off in our own worlds, so we need to be told, you can't go that far.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So with Clark, my daughter, she's a yes or no girl. Well, we gotta tell her no, you can't go there, and she won't go.
Okay, I got you.
Cooper will go.
Yeah, I got you.
And he's
the explorer.
He's the explorer, and he gotta ask you why, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we're just learning how to, you know, they're both very unique, and the older they're getting, the more we're starting to understand their personalities.
Right.
Cooper's a basketball player, very athletic. Clark is a drawer, she's an artist, she draws and loves music, and so they come from the same background but different ideas, and it's very fun to kind of watch them grow into their own personalities.
Facts. That's what's up. Dope. So Coop is a hooper.
Yeah, he hoops.
Clark is the creative genius.
She's on her way.
Yeah. No, that's what it is. So they both took from you and your wife, of course, Natasha. That's what it is. So we're in front of Northcutt Stadium.
The Cut.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
The new Northcutt.
The new Northcutt. You know what I'm saying? We both played for Coach Friday, James Richards Friday, which is just a man I love to death. I'm pretty sure you feel the same way.
Yeah.
What did he mean to you?
Ah, man, everything. I mean, Coach Friday was the epitome of ultimate leader of men.
Facts.
Taught us everything, you know.
Yeah.
And I had a dad in the house. My dad was home.
Right.
And my dad went to school with Coach Friday and told me about Coach Friday before I even met him.
Right.
And so
Gotcha.
he taught us how to be men, you know,
Facts.
when we didn't know we was being taught. I'm best friends with his nephew, and we talk every day. And he's helping me with Cooper.
Got it.
Just I can hear Coach Friday in his voice and hear Coach Friday in his mannerisms. So, I mean, I still remember my last conversation with him before he passed. It was like a year before he passed, and he reminded me of who I was. He was like, I love you, I'm proud of you, but don't remember, you're a water boy.
Oh, that's what's up.
You're always gonna be a water boy. You're gonna be the scout team quarterback. He said, no matter who you meet, what you've done, you are a water boy, so don't forget. And that keeps me humble. That's why I don't even, you know, throw out my awards and say, hey, I did this and did that. And I hear Coach Friday in my background saying, you're a water boy.
That's what's up.
So I'm grateful that I've met him.
Yeah.
I think about him every day. I mention him to my son at least once a day so he'll understand. I just hate that we don't have any videos of those conversations. But very unique individual, and he is definitely missed in this community. I mean, you can definitely feel his presence.
Right.
But I'm just grateful to be close to his family and still be able to contact and talk to his family, and give those messages to my son as much as possible.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, man. Coach Friday was definitely huge. Well, you know what I'm saying? Even remember you just a water boy. So the context in that is, that's what Coach Friday used to say. He'd be like, I'm just a water boy.
Just a
you know
water
what I'm saying? But well accomplished, Mr. Marietta.
Yeah, played for
Florida.
Yeah.
Played for the Jets.
Jets, the Giants.
Played for the Jets, you know what I'm saying? So he was just a very, humble man when it came. You would never really hear him talk about them things. You know what I'm saying? So definitely.
And we was on that field. He got they nominated a locker room for him.
Dope.
And we were down there, me, some of our old teammates were down there just celebrating with him. And he came to me, it was like, congratulations.
Yeah.
And, really excited for me. And then he said, but you a water boy. And he was like, I don't care what you say.
Yeah.
You play scout team quarterback, remember? And I was like, yes, sir.
Yeah.
And it was like, don't get ahead of yourself. And I don't. I honor him by not getting ahead of myself. Because,
there you go.
He wanted to make sure that we don't forget where we came from.
Come from.
And we haven't, for sure.
Nah, big facts, man. For me, super special man, bro, because I didn't grow up in a two-parent household. You know what I'm saying? So when I came to school and went to football is when I got that manly direction. You know what I'm saying? But like just the way he would make everybody feel special, right? So you ain't had to be superstar running back for him to make you feel special. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this is crazy. Coach Friday would mention my name before every game. He would say, from Freddie Kane to Marcus Watts, right? You remember, right? Freddie Kane to Marcus Watts, right?
Hey, Coach, you gonna put Freddie first?
But nah, the crazy part, the reason he used to say that, because I was the smallest kid on the football team. So when you picked up the football program, bro, 10th grade, I weighed 125 pounds, bro.
Hey, you ran a good slant, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ran a good slant, bro. That slant was there. I remember that slant.
Facts.
82 slant, bro. Freddie Kane got that 82 slant.
This is the other crazy part. So me and Marcus was in the same, Marcus Watts, rest in peace.
Yes, sir.
Was in the same biology class, Miss Kelly. You remember we used to dress up for the games at a certain time.
Yeah.
And remember when we had away games, we had to leave early for school.
Yeah.
Bro, we get up to leave early. Miss Kelly's like, Freddie Kane, sit down. Where you going? I was like, I got a game. She's like, you don't play on the team?
Oh.
Bro. She was like, I was like, nah, I play on the team. And then Mark was like, he play on the team. Bro, she went and got the football program and went through the program. She didn't
believe you?
Shit, bro, I was tiny. She didn't believe me. You know what I'm saying?
You was on that team.
Yeah, facts.
You were there.
Yeah.
You were there.
But just to, connect it back to Coach Friday, just huge father figure. Showed me how to tie a tie.
Yeah.
Something that I can teach my son, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's huge in the community. But when it comes to, leadership and things like that, I feel like those are things he built into you, me, everybody that played under him.
All of us.
Yeah.
And that was the thing that, if you play under Coach Friday, you had that leadership mentality. That
Facts.
be somebody,
Be somebody, yep.
It's a school, slang, saying, but it meant something to us.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
When it came from him, it was like, I can't mess around. And even when we did mess around, I remember my story, me and Kendrick, our old football teammate, got in trouble in Miss Benfield class. And just playing around in class. And she got hot.
Oh, she got pissed.
Hot. And she was a cheerleader.
Miss Benfield was nice. So if y'all pissed her off, y'all really pissed off.
We were tripping.
Y'all had to be tripping.
We were just on some whatever, Miss Benfield. And I'm thinking she's gonna call the principal.
Nah.
And gonna call somebody else.
She know how to fix it.
She called Friday.
Yeah, she know how to fix it.
And me and Kendrick, we do our whole practice.
Yeah.
And we're done. He tells Coach Hall, turn the lights on. And we were like, turn the lights on.
Yeah.
And he called me and Kendrick out there to the main field, and he made us run until we threw up.
Oh, that's crazy.
And as we're running, he is preaching to us.
Horseshoes?
Yes.
Okay.
About the importance of being leaders in the classroom, and being leaders in the hallways, that we represent him. He went to school. Coach Friday went to school with my parents.
I got you. Okay.
He would mention my parents' name. He was like, "Your dad," and your mom.
Yeah. He
and
know.
I'm throwing up and crying.
Yeah.
I never got in trouble in school ever. And like, my dad didn't even know.
Yeah.
My parents didn't even know I got in trouble. I just came home late one day. But that lesson from him meant so much that I can't let you down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because Coach Friday was very emotional.
Yeah.
So he'll drop a tear in you in a minute. And he looked at me
quick.
and he had tears in his eyes and he was like, I don't need you representing our school that way.
Facts.
Representing us that way.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was just talking.
Yeah.
But that kind of stuck with me. And it stuck with Kendrick, I know for sure.
Right.
So all of us have that mentality of that, we never wanted to mess up. And even as an adult, so we messed up and got in trouble, we still kind of got back on point.
Facts.
When we see old teammates, we give each other hugs. And I ain't seen you in years.
Yeah. But it's just,
we brothers.
It's a fraternity,
It's a fraternity.
Yeah,
And it's like,
On this episode of Runnerz, I'm running with the Nike Infinity React 3s.
All right, so speaking of Coach Friday, obviously, as we talked about, just huge leadership factor in all our lives. And the big thing he used to say, that story you just told with you and Kendrick when y'all got in trouble.
yeah.
But you remember, show your class, not your ass. Right?
Yeah.
But you know what I think it is, though? Like, now that I'm an adult, is he understood what it was to grow up and be a black teenager going into life. He was prepping us, but we didn't even know it.
Had no clue.
You know what I'm saying?
Had no clue.
He's like, you gotta go out here and behave the proper way.
Yes.
Because if you don't, it ain't gonna turn out good for you.
It ain't gonna turn out good for us.
So I think that's huge, man. So I'm glad you're passing those jewels down to your kids.
Hopefully,
you know what I'm saying?
Hopefully they're listening. these new kids different.
Yeah, super different.
They different from what we used to go.
The emotional level is way lighter.
I gotta walk away. Like, all right, bro, you got it. You got it.
We're gonna come back and talk about it. That's what's up, man. As far as, we talked about projects you've worked on. What do you have coming up, or that you can, obviously that you can talk about?
Yeah. So right now, we're on a strike. So the writer strike and the actor strike is kind of put a lot of things on hold for the right reasons, though.
Right.
For good causes. Hopefully we can get that together real soon. But I just finished up a documentary called The Gospel. For
gotcha.
PBS. It's a documentary from Henry Louis Gates.
Okay.
basically highlighting the opportunity of preaching and the gospel music in Black American history.
Okay.
I did this first one called The Black Church.
Got it.
It's like a second part 2 of it.
Okay.
Called The Gospel, and it highlights just all of the preaching and all of the emotional, what preaching has done for the Black community.
Got it.
From Martin Luther King to, even to Kirk Franklin with his music, how it's just kind of transcended along and keep us, in the straight line.
Got it.
So it was a really cool 4-part documentary that comes out next year,
Okay.
2024, February. And there's a couple other things that I really can't talk too much about.
I understand, bro.
Just because
Yeah.
of the we don't know what's going to happen down
Gotcha.
the road, but hopefully, like I said, within the next month or so, we can kind of, get this strike
That's
together,
what's up.
because it's holding a lot of things back.
Right.
Some really cool projects and some really cool things that storytelling, especially African American storytelling,
Right.
Black storytelling, that is now on hold because of higher ups in different positions. So we got to
Right.
just hopefully that will allow us to move forward within the next month or so.
That's what's up.
But that's the one that I definitely know is coming out February 2024. So
Gotcha.
it'll be ready to go. It's a really cool doc as well. I did all the music for it and
Dope.
and worked with some really cool people with that. Worked with Kirk Franklin and
Hard.
all that good stuff. So cool
Okay.
things.
Super dope. So for those who don't know, the writer's strike is happening because there's obviously writers, people that are in SAG or outside of SAG, they feel underpaid, undervalued, that are getting very broken down decimal paychecks, and it's just ridiculous for the people creating the art.
And to be honest with it started with music.
Right.
It started with, on the music side, music production, songwriters, artists, with all the streaming.
Right.
And
glad
so
you said
that
that.
happened about 5, 6, 7, 10 years ago.
Right.
And now all of a sudden, it's kind of landed into the acting and the writing side of it.
Right.
And I think a lot of people don't understand that, when people think of actors and television writers, they're thinking they're making a lot of money, and they're not.
They're not.
They're not
No,
making a lot
they're
of money. A writer, living in LA, it's hard to survive. I
Yeah.
have friends out there moving back home, moving
Right.
back to their hometowns.
Yeah.
I have friends here in Atlanta that are Uber drivers now because
Yeah.
of the writer strike and even some actors, the
Right.
actor strike. So it's a very, it looks glamorous.
Right.
And in the midst of it, it feels glamorous.
Right.
But it's not.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
And I'm just grateful, for, how I manage myself in
Right.
certain situations. I still live, in Marietta.
Right.
I haven't made that move to LA.
Yeah.
I probably won't make that move to LA. I haven't bought the, mega mansion
Right.
house. Done all that. We keep it very humble. We keep it very simple.
Yeah.
But if you made certain moves, certain things can happen. So I stand with my brothers and sisters of the actors strike and of SAG and the writers, because I definitely understand that the pennies of a dollar,
yeah.
it's a struggle.
Yeah.
I mean, these projects make billions of dollars.
Yeah, facts.
And you got these big major production companies making billions of dollars, and the ones that creating it.
Yeah. On the music side, there's the same thing going on as well. Obviously when it comes to streaming.
Mm-hmm.
So in the 1950s or 1960s, you could put 10 cents in a jukebox
Yeah.
and hear a song. That was technically a stream,
Yes. that's
right?
the dream. Yes.
10 cents.
Yes.
Now, when someone streams your song, you get 0.0008 of a penny.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's wild.
we went backwards.
Backwards.
You know what I'm saying?
Backwards. And it's being affected amongst all of us. I mean,
Right.
even me, as a composer, I have to write a certain amount of, cues for a song, for a TV show. So I
Right.
write hours and hours of music. And, my agent and my publishers, they try their best to make sure that I get a fair rate.
Right.
But even then, it's not fair.
It's not fair,
It's one
yeah.
of those things where it's like, it's just, the formula, the format, the business model is not set for us to succeed, for creators to succeed.
Right.
So we're working, just trying to make sure that those, make ends meet.
Facts.
And like I said, it looks glamorous, and some people, and in some aspects, sometimes it feels glamorous.
Right.
But you look at our health insurance. It's
Yeah.
we got to go find our own health insurance. We have to do so much, work on so many projects to get the, you know, the benefits on certain things. So it's just one of those things where it's like, and as a composer, we don't have a union. I don't have a union
okay.
as a film composer.
Right.
That we're desperately trying to create, but it's so hard to do that because the music is such an opinionated,
Yeah.
Right. Creative that sometimes, you know, it just falls through the cracks. So it's just one of those things where we just have to learn how to save your money and manage your money.
Facts.
And take projects that make sense for you.
Right.
And just hope for the best. So hopefully within the next, like I said, couple months, the formula, the business model can change in the future. And hopefully for my daughter, who's a creative,
Right.
can benefit off of good change. I mean,
Facts.
it's happening. You see it. It's happening in sports. You see Coco won last night. She won the US Open. And
right.
Billie Jean King worked really hard for women tennis athletes to get the same amount of money men get.
Facts.
So,
Okay.
you know, Coco thanked Billie Jean for that.
Yeah.
She won $3 million, you know, 5, 10, 15 years ago. She probably won $1 million for that. So
set the trend.
So hopefully we can set the trend, you know, and change the narrative a little bit.
Facts. That's what's up. I was telling my son, I was just like, bro, I bought a car off my first album. There's no way that would happen now. Like you said.
No.
I bought a Monte Carlo SS off my first album.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's not happening.
Yeah, it's not happening now.
No,
like you know what I'm saying?
You get your apartment. You can live for 3 months. It's different, man. It's different, and like I said, it's a lot going on, and you just got to be able to, you know, find those projects that, you know, now that's what I'm doing, me personally, creatively. Find those projects that I can resonate with. Find those projects that I can appreciate and work with, and try to get that creative spirit. And another thing too, I tell a lot of artists, composers, and musicians, if you're trying to do this to make some money,
choose something else.
Choose something else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I say that very humbly. You know, I do this for a living. But it took me, I had a full-time job. I worked in the school system for 7, 8 years of starting my career.
Right.
My wife, you know, Tasha had a full-time job.
Right.
And, you know, the last 10 years, you know, I left music for that.
Right.
But left my job to make music, but I didn't jump out. I'm about to make music.
It wasn't realistic.
It's not realistic.
You had to build
I had to build, you know, the savings and build the, you know, we bought our home before, you know, at a certain time, and we just did things a little bit differently.
That's what's up.
A lot of musicians I know that, you know, they get their first placement and they go out and like, all right, we better go buy the gold chains and buy the cars. I'm like, bro, it's not gonna last. I promise you. I mean, as hot and great as you think you are, it's not going to last.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I tell a lot of composers and musicians that, you know, work on projects that mean something to you, to keep the creative art form for you, that creative birth. And
makes sense.
You know, and if you're true to the music and if you're true to the art, the money gonna come.
Yeah, it's gonna come.
It's gonna happen because you're gonna find your fan base. You're gonna find your people that want to pay you. I work on projects now. Like I said, that's why I appreciate P Valley.
Right.
Because it's, you know, Katori Hall, the showrunner, she allows me to create my music, which is an outlet for me.
Right.
But she pays me too because she respects the music that I'm making. Because she's from the South. She's from, you know, where we've been around and where we come from.
Right.
And so those are the things that, as artists, you want to attach yourself to instead of just jumping on the first thing you see.
Everything,
and then you look like a hungry artist and they're going to give you hungry pennies.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Facts on facts.
So, but it took me a while to learn that, though. I had to learn that. You know, I went through the stages, the roller coaster.
Taking everything. And,
you know,
I got
I'm about to eat, let's go. And all of a sudden you're like, BMI sent you a check and it's like $1.
$1.17.
$1.17, man. I done put a whole bunch of work in it, you know?
Yeah, facts.
So.
Last question here. Mad Head was known as?
I don't know, man. I kind of put that up to others, man. I try to keep it like, you know, I go back to Coach Friday.
Yeah.
He was the water boy. I was a scout team quarterback.
Yeah.
And I don't think people understand in the football terms, I was a senior wide receiver, but had to play scout team quarterback.
I remember.
For my defense.
Yeah, I
for
remember.
the first team defense. Yeah. And
the defense was good,
the defense was good.
Yeah.
So I truly appreciate all of that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I appreciate all of it keeps me humble. So Matt Head is a humble cat that loves music and loves his community, loves his family, and that's it.
And I remember you as a leader, you know what I'm saying?
There you
know
go.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember you as a leader, you know what I'm saying? Because I was playing JV football, I was in 10th grade, you was a senior, obviously. You and Tim, I remember Coach J always being like, that's how you run a route. So y'all was the example, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I definitely remember that, and I also remember y'all definitely getting us into shape as far as like, when we was out of line, it was you and Tim Turner that was like, Coach J was expecting y'all to, you know what I'm saying, check everybody else.
He did. You're a leader too, man. And
thank you, bro.
And you know, it's good to kind of get back with your brothers, and I'm glad you came home, man. And
that's what's up.
You know, you out there in Texas and everything, and doing the big time. And I mean, you know, you always come home, bro. You know, we always here for you.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that. Well, that was Runnerz, man. Another episode. The multi-talented Matt Head, man. Thank you, my dog.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The block hasn't changed, though.
Nah, it hasn't. This part hasn't.
This part hasn't.
Yeah.
Not yet.
They moving
That
on up
part.
over there.
Good conversation.